Hello, I'm Charlie. This video is about Kafka 4.0, which just came out, March 18, 2025. And this caught my attention because we don't need ZooKeeper anymore. This change significantly reduces operational overhead. What it means for you is it's just way easier to run. You need one less container. And I decided to give it a try. I made Kafka 4. It's a project template that you can use to get you started. So here's the general architecture. We have a simple CLI that calls an API. The API will call a producer to generate some data, push that data to Kafka, and then we consume the data via a Spark stream read, and then we write that data with Parquets in Parquet files. Usage is quite straightforward. You just need Docker. Notice that you need to set up to install with AMD 64 for compatibility on macOS. Docker compose up, and then you can just start producing data directly via the CLI. So let's go into the demo. We're now in the CLI where we can start to interact with the program. You can see we are in Kafka 4, and then we can do cat env.sh to see a list of commands that you can use to easily interact with the Kafka setup. You would first call build to create the images, but I did it already. And then you would do up. In the Docker Compose, we have a sequence of starting. That is, we're starting containers in a specific sequence. First, we start the broker, and then the API, the producer, and finally the consumer. You can see that when the producer started, it sent 10 messages. The broker loaded the first partition, and then the consumer wrote the first batch. Now you can go in the CLI and do kproduce, where K is a shorthand for the CLI. We sent 10 messages again, and we have the consumer that wrote the second Parquet file. You can check what is going on in data. The two files are here. You can push it a little bit and create quite a bit more data if you want. By default, you can do 100,000 rows in the Kafka producer. And you can see that to do that, it took about 2 seconds. We have a throughput of 45,000 messages per second. And the consumer, I had no trouble of writing these messages, 100,000 rows. You can push it to 1 million. We had to increase the limit to be able to do that. At 1 million messages, it'll take a few seconds to run. We can see that the consumer here is gonna write multiple batches, and we can look at the progress here. It wrote the first batch of 30,000 rows, and the second one 225,000. Now the producer sent all of those million messages. It took 22 seconds. You can track what is going on in LS data. You can see that now we have all these Parquet files. These Parquet files at the limit are about 16 megabyte. So this was the demo. In the end, this setup is quite heavy duty. It's a bazooka to kill an ant in this case, but it's quite powerful. You can handle quite a bit of throughput with Kafka. You can see that they quite a bit of time to shut down the consumer. So there might be some optimization here to do. But it's a good starting point if you are interested in using this kind of technology in your stack. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.